Hey, you want to know what I was thinking? I was thinking about how excited I am because we are back, bitches!
Yeah! 엉덩이 빵빵빵 남자들은 탐탐탐 내 입술 냠냠냠 어디 가도 당당당 등장은 짠짠짠 띠자 띠자 팡팡팡 디스코 팡팡팡 Hello bitches
Hey everyone, it's Simone and welcome back to I Was Thinking. I already said my name, so I'm Simone.
And I'm Nafis. Welcome back, guys.
Oh my god, it's been a while since we recorded. I feel so awkward. I'm like, do I reintroduce myself? Do I say my name again?
I think you're okay.
Okay, but yeah. How's it feel to be back, Nafis? It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a long minute, yes.
I'm really surprised we decided to do this again because I didn't know, to be honest, after our break if we wanted to do this podcast again.
Yeah. No, but like, all of us got busy, so I'm glad we did take that break.
Yes, we did. We did. So, since she said all of us, it's not just me and Nafis, real quick, I want to introduce, you've heard her voice many times, and now she's going to be a new host. It is Macy!
Hello. Happy to be back. Awkward at talking. Thanks. Hi. Bye.
Okay.
And that's a wrap, guys.
Right.
We're done.
So I guess she's not going to be a new host anymore. No, but it's fine.
No, I'm excited about it. We just all forgotten how to talk.
You should probably introduce our guest because she's waiting to laugh.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
Studio
Today-
audience, hold your laugh until...
I know. We have a special guest today because of what we're talking about is in her expertise. So welcome, everyone, Briana.
Yeah, that was really high praise. Thank you. My expertise. Wow, thanks. No pressure.
Yes, I mean, I feel like it. You've been in this game longer than we have, so...
Mhm.
Hello, guys. I'm Briana.
How do you say it? Is it Briana or Briana?
I mean, I answer to both, but it's Briana.
Okay.
Really?
I've been calling you Briana this whole time.
I don't care.
You need to correct people.
How? We went to college together and you not once corrected me.
Dang.
Because I answer to, I know you're looking at me, and I just answer to both. As long as you know, my Spanish teacher called me Jenna for the entire school year, and I still answered because he was looking at me.
Okay.
You are a very nice person. There are some people who are just so specific.
Right. Anyway, yeah. Hi, guys. Give us a second. We're like trying to get back into the groove of things. But yeah, we're back with more of our laughs, of our commentary on things, our silliness. So enjoy.
And this time, it's going to be more diverse, the stuff we talk
Yes.
about.
Yes, but real quick, I want to say thank you guys for listening while we were on a break. I really didn't think anyone would remember this podcast. May, we had a really good month. June, not so much. We just started in July, but I mean, we've been getting lots of play, so I'm shocked. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys listening to like to hear our voices. So anyway, are we ready to get started?
Yes. What are we talking about today?
Talking about a couple things. We're going to talk about what we've been up to during the break and while we were on break, songs that came out. Because, I mean, we've talked about songs before, but not really gone in depth about like K-pop songs. That's why we have Briana here. Like I said, this is her expertise. By expertise, I just mean she's been listening to K-pop longer than us. So before we really get started, tell us how you got into K-pop, because we did a whole episode on this, but you were not a part of it. So let's hear your little story.
So my story is pretty much, when was this? I want to say like 2009-ish. It wasn't something I knew what it was, because I was huge into J-pop back then. So, and of course, for all the younger listeners, Pandora, when that was a thing. I don't know if I just aged myself there. So when Pandora was a thing, and you had like J-pop stations, Boa would come on there because she's like, a queen. And so I didn't really like put two and two together, like, oh my God, she's a Korean star. I was like, oh, cool, this sounds good. And then I want to say I really started getting super into it once I got into college, and one of my roommates listened to it, and I was like, ooh, look, but I was still on the DL a lot. So I won't say I really got hardcore into it until about 2015 is when you start like learning people's names. That was about, or 2012, 2015, something like that. We'll start learning people's names. That's when I knew, I was like, all right, cool, we're down the rabbit hole now. So, you know.
So well, who was the group or like the artist that made you want to go down the rabbit hole?
For girl groups, it was Girls Gen. And then for boy groups, I'm not going to lie, like boy groups were super cringy to me, especially like watching the videos and how they dress and everything for a very long time. So I did know who SHINee was and all that stuff, but I didn't know their names. And then I want to say it was 2015, is it 2015 Dope? BTS was like the first one that I was like, oh, okay, let me actually like really deep dive and learn people's names and like which is J-pop, which is K-pop, because I didn't even differentiate that at the time. So yeah, it was cool.
Funny you mentioned Boa. I don't think I mentioned this in the How We Got into K-pop episode, but I think I said 21 was really my 21 was the first like group I heard, but I didn't know they were K-pop because I heard them sing in English and that I'm the Best song in a remix that I didn't know like it was their song, but it was actually Boa. I realized now that I first heard. I thought she was a Japanese artist as well because she does an OST for Fairy Tale, which I have mentioned many times that I'm obsessed with. And there's this one arc where like there's a song she sings that I was like obsessed with, but I never knew that was her. So yeah.
I feel like that's a lot of early K-pop people. It was Boa. Like they just didn't realize it because, you know, most of us were like anime was huge growing. Well, let me not say that. It was a thing growing up. And if
we
you
knew
were
about it more.
Right. It was one of those things where you found like, oh my God, you watched anime. Just kind of like how K-pop is now. That's kind of how it was. It was like, oh my God, you watch anime. So a lot of people kind of listen to the soundtracks and the OSTs and stuff like that, not realizing that at the time even K-pop was crossing over with J-pop and like OSTs at the time. So a lot of people listen to Boa. I did like 21. I didn't mention that. So 21 and Girls Gen were like my two big groups back then. But yeah, you just had no idea. And I wasn't like the person to like separate them out in my mind. It was just like, ooh, music I like. So
yeah, I also wasn't the person to do research. So like I would hear or see something. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I wonder what it is. And then like I would just end up forgetting about it 2 minutes later. So I didn't start doing research on stuff until I actually was like, oh, I'm actually interested in this. Let me actually search like who sings this, what language is this, all that. So
yeah. And I feel like it might not have even been there or like really available at the time. Like I know, is it 2009 or 2000? I forgot what year G-Dragon went to Miami. And one of my friends was like, oh my, I didn't know who that was at the time. And she was like, oh my God, G-Dragon's in Miami. And she went and, that was like, it didn't really happen a lot back then. So it was just kind of like you just found the people who knew and you stuck there. But now it's everywhere and it's kind of cool to see. So
when did Gangnam Style come out?
2012. Oh God, I remember that.
yeah, 12.
Yeah, I was in college.
2012?
Yeah, I was 2012.
Okay.
Oh, middle school.
Oh, don't age us like
my
that.
Gosh,
don't do that. Oh my goodness.
Do we need to stop talking about the past, guys?
Ourselves now.
We aged all of us. Oh God, life was so much simpler back then.
Mm-hmm.
After school program in the gym, doing Gangnam Style and
right.
What other dances? I feel like all the dances that have steps that they literally say them and then you do them as songs.
There are so many.
Did y'all do the Harlem Shake? Irrelevant to K-pop, but
Oh my God, I remembered that in high school. I think that was freshman year for us, Macy, when Harlem Shake became really popular. That was one of the first things where like it really started the trend, I feel like, of like dance crazes.
yeah,
Like you see on TikTok and stuff like that. So
to the point where like colleges were having like official
yes.
like videos out.
yes.
I'm pretty sure we had one at UCF, didn't we? Like a giant one?
Oh, did you?
Uh-huh.
My favorite Harlem Shake video of all time was when the Miami Heat did it, when LeBron was playing on them. That was my favorite video at that time. I would watch that constantly. And I think low key, I also saw, because I would watch those videos a lot. I think I saw BTS when they did that without noticing it was BTS. Because when I went back, when I found out, like when I was getting into them, I noticed, I think it's Jungkook that's wearing all red, like the suit. I'm like, why does that outfit look familiar? Like I've seen this video before. I'm a little mad at myself that I probably watched that and didn't realize it was them.
Yeah.
But anyway, before we deep dive into the songs that we have, what'd you guys do during break? I'll start. All I did was work. Work and worked.
I worked too. Worked in school, actually, both.
When are you done, Nafis? With college, like for your studies?
2 weeks. I'm done in 2 weeks.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be done when this comes out, but...
Oh, probably.
Yeah, that's awesome, though.
Thank you. Yes, it's been an interesting 2 years.
Yeah. About Macy or Briana? Brianna, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Now it's gonna bother me.
For me, I did STEM camp for 2 weeks, so I couldn't escape teaching, obviously, as quickly as I wanted to, but it was fun. And then I went to Atlanta, and after that, I've kind of just been trying to relax because school's coming up faster than I want, so that's pretty much it.
When does school start for you?
The 10th of August. And we go back on the 3rd, so.
Oh, us too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, pre-planning is literally like a week and a half away, and I'm like, oh God.
Yes, I'm trying really hard not to think about it. Really, really hard.
And the funny thing is, though, we just started out. Imagine the ones who are like 20 years plus experience.
I know. I'm like, am I supposed to be burnt out this early? I don't think I'm supposed to be this burnt out. But last year felt like 5 years, so...
Well, last year felt like 10 years for everything and everybody.
Yes.
2020 was just...
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've lost my concept of time completely.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, okay, I'm just not going to say anything.
Okay, well, Macy, what have you do?
Gosh. Yeah, I have not been working, but I've been plenty busy. Not to be a downer, but like I found out my dog has cancer, which is really sad. But we are in the process of moving. It's like kind of bittersweet. We're moving to Panama City Beach, which is a beautiful area, and I have a lot of family there, so I'm looking forward to like seeing my grandparents that are... but I haven't seen them in like a long time. And I have cousins up there, so I'm looking forward to that. And the beach is beautiful, and I'm gonna live with my mom again, but she is going through something too, so we're combining forces and we're gonna get through it together. But obviously my friends are here, so that's gonna be sad. And I feel like I've moved around so much my entire life.
You're moving away from me.
At least it's in the same state. It's like 5 hours away, but I can get here, and I plan on coming down pretty frequently. So as long as I can sleep on your couch, we're good.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, so, but on a not depressing note, I just went to the Keys, which was really fun because I've lived in Florida like my whole life and I've never been to the Keys. So that was really cool.
It was me too. Isn't it great? It's like so weird to live so close to it and just not go.
I've never been, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We went like snorkeling and stuff. That was pretty cool. I saw a bonnet head shark awful close to me, which was cool. But the only bad thing about the Keys is like there's not as much beach access as you would expect. Like it's kind of rocky and mucky, like right up along the shorelines. You really need a boat in order to get out there, and we did not have that. So we really only got out to the pretty water like one good day. But other than that, it was really cool. We had some really good key lime pie, which is such an attraction. And then on the way back, we went to the Sea Aquarium in Miami, which was pretty cool. That's where they have the flipper, the dolphin that was in the movie. Like, it's not the original dolphin, but it's like...
Oh, okay. And wasn't it Tail? Was that what the movie was?
No, it's called Flipper.
No, I thought the movie was called Tail or something like, or Dolphin Tail.
You're thinking of Winter, the dolphin that doesn't have a tail. She's over. She's
Tampa.
Over. Yeah.
Okay.
So Miami is Flipper, which is like it's basically a movie about like recycling. That's all I got from it. Like saving me.
Such the best way to describe it.
How old is that movie?
The movie is like 50 years old. It's celebrating its 50th year anniversary.
Yo, don't do that to us. I'm pretty sure it came out when I was a kid, wasn't it? Is it really that old? Flipper?
I don't know. Should I Google it?
When we were there, they were celebrating the 50th anniversary, so I believe so.
Wow.
Oh, shoot. I don't know why I thought it came out when I was a kid. Oh. You're probably right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This came out in 1964.
Oh, yeah, I'm not that old.
Yeah, I was definitely not born.
This is a movie. Was it not a movie, a TV show? Was it a TV show?
There is a movie.
Oh, you know what? I think it started as a TV show, but there is a movie. And they had the dolphin that was in the movie.
Okay, the movie came out in 1996. I see that right here.
Okay, thank you. Because I was like, hold on. I'm pretty sure that movie came out when I was a kid.
Yeah, but the TV show, I guess, came out in 64.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that was fun. And then we went through Lion King Safari, which is basically a drive-through. And that was interesting. It was kind of nice to see how much space they have. Obviously, a zoo is not ideal, but it's a better way to have a zoo if you're going to have one. And you drive through, and we came across an ostrich that wanted to eat us. So he was like pecking at our window, and like I think he saw like the reflection of my phone because I was taking a picture of him, and so I have a video of him trying to eat our car, which is pretty funny. But yeah, other than that, that's what I did.
That sounds really exciting.
Yeah, eventful.
Yeah.
So better than me. That's all I've been doing is working, dealing with angry people, dealing with privileged people. I'm ready to get out of customer service, y'all.
But you're making the money.
Barely.
Yeah.
I feel like not enough to deal with the stuff I deal with.
Understand.
It's draining.
Welcome to the life of a civil servant.
Yeah. Really can't wait to either get a new job or something. But let's go back to happier notes.
Adulting sucks.
We always talk about adulting and make ourselves depressed.
Because adulting sucks, okay?
Yeah, not worth it. I saw this really funny video, not to veer off again, but this girl was talking about how she had to pay so much for contacts. It was a TikTok. And she's like, why do I have to go in and pay $200 for me to be able to see when I physically can't? It's part of life. I can't see. Life is so expensive, and I'm not even having a good time. I have to get new glasses, too, because I sat on mine, slept on them. I slept on them. And now I have to get new glasses, so I'm looking forward to that money I don't have. They're all wonky. I'm like, I can still see. It's fine.
Let's veer off of adulting, guys, because we start going rambling. So when we were on break, we actually did get to see each other for my birthday. That was back in May. And the first time we went to a noraebang, which is Korean karaoke room that they have in Orlando. So who wants to start? Because I know you guys were worried that I picked the sketchiest place of all time. Everyone thought we were going to get killed.
Organs being sold.
It was definitely one of those places you see in movies where, you have to walk around to the back alley. There's even a doorbell and a key. There was a peephole. And the only thing telling us it was a karaoke room was the sign. And we're like, wait, is it this? We walked around that building. That's how you know. We're like, hold up. Are we about to get kidnapped?
Mm-hmm.
Because we went to the front at first, and then Macy and Briana kept saying, Simone, are you sure are you sure we're not about to get kidnapped? I'm like, no, guys, I promise. Here, I showed you the website. This is the Facebook. It's legit.
The front of it was an insurance company. And when I say insurance company, that's in air quotes.
And then when we got inside and Nafis was running late, and she even called me, she's like, Simone, am I in the right place? This is so sketch. I'm like, seriously?
Yeah, those were the first words out of my mouth.
First words you said. But it was still fun. I had a good time. What about you guys?
Yeah.
It was fun. It was good.
Yeah, it was super fun.
It was my first time doing that. So, and because here, I don't know if it's like that anywhere else, but here in America, usually when people say karaoke, they think of at bars where you do it in front of a bunch of drunk people. Yeah. So I was happy we got our own private rooms. If I sounded bad, it was just with people I knew. So the funny thing was, I just remember when the first song we started, which was Big Bangs, Bang, Bang, Bang. And then we tried to sing it, and then, the Korean comes on. I'm like, we can't say any of these words. This is going to be a disaster. I'm so excited.
It's so surprising how much of the words I actually know when I'm yelling it in my car, but I know nothing. It's so bad.
I know all the Korean in the car.
Right? That's because we have the the backup vocals, which is the actual singers.
Yeah, that's right.
When you do it without the actual like singers and it's just the words and you're like, oh god, I know nothing.
I realized that when we started to do Baekhyun's Candy, and I'm like, I know nothing. I know nothing.
No, what was it? We got a 99, right? What was it?
Yes. What song was it?
Did we? I don't remember, but I was like, wow.
Wasn't it a rap song too? We definitely didn't know any of those words.
We did so bad.
There's only one song we got 100 on. You guys remember?
Ugh, right?
Yes.
No, it was Ugh.
You weren't there yet, Nafis, but the only song we got 100 score on was Ugh by BTS.
Yeah.
And
Really?
we pretty much mumbled that whole thing and just a bunch of grunting.
We had the melody down. I don't know about the words. The melody was great.
I really hit the I hum part. Like, I was sounded like I was coughing, but
It was good.
That is a fun song, though.
it is a fun song.
Yeah.
I feel like towards the end, I was losing my voice, so I was mostly dancing.
Yeah.
I did more of the dancing. Like, if you guys need a backup dancer for karaoke, I got you. If you need someone to do the ad libs, just call me. That's what I'm there for. But other than that, yeah. And we did do some English songs. I almost thought I was going to die doing Super Bass by Nicki Minaj. I forgot how fast she raps in that. Me and Briana did it. And I was like, every time I would like take the mic away at a break and I just scream like, I can't breathe. And then go right back to it. So...
Those lyrics are ingrained in my, middle school brain.
And I forgot half those lyrics, too, until it started. I was like...
Oh, yeah. No, it's uncanny how, I haven't listened to this song in 10 years, but you play it,
we know every word,
still.
Right? And what else did we did? We did, Black Eyed Peas, Get It Started. Yes. I'm talking about just the English songs.
Did we do Beyonce?
I don't think we did any Beyonce. We didn't do that much BTS either, to be honest. We did a good variety, I feel like.
Yeah.
We did Ice Cream, right? By Blackpink.
We did. We did do Ice Cream.
We did do Ice Cream. We did Pretty Savage also. That's my song.
I think that's when I realized how dirty that song was. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're not talking about Ice Cream.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's just an entire euphemism. Why can't I say that word?
They abuse that word.
Oh, we did Up, right? No.
No, we did WAP.
Yeah. That was bad.
Oh, yes.
That was bad.
I had never heard that song fully through until that moment.
But the funny thing is, because it's all the explicit words, me and Briana decided to sing a clean version, literally the last verse. So what was it? Was it waffles and pancakes you were saying?
We tried the Kids Bop version.
Yeah.
Worship and prayer.
And then Nafis literally said, she's like, I like how you guys waited till the last minute to make this clean. I was like, you know what? When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. But no, there were some songs it wouldn't play. Like, it wouldn't play Up for some reason, and it wouldn't play Bambi, because I know you guys were trying to do Bambi by Baekhyun, and for some reason, it wasn't playing.
Yeah. Just speaking of WAP, before we pass on that, when I was in the Keys, I saw a 48-year-old man in the back of a golf cart jamming out to it, aggressively.
That's right. Do what you gotta do.
And he was getting really close to the woman, which I'm hoping was his wife, next to him. Every time the P word would come up and mouthing it in her face, I'm like, I don't need to see this. Get a room.
Right, there's some PDA.
My mom was with me. I'm like, Mom, shield your eyes.
Wow. No, I hate that word for some reason. It just, it makes me cringe.
Which word?
Don't make me say it on this podcast. Yes, cats.
The word for cats. That starts with P.
Oh, yeah.
I know we're explicit, Nafis, but not that explicit. I was like, don't make me say it.
I was like, PDA, why does PDA bother you?
No, ma'am, not PDA.
He was just so aggressive. I don't know what his problem was, but
No, but that word is disturbing. I agree.
Yes. But anything else we remember from the karaoke night? I had soju for the first time. That was pretty good. I definitely think that loosened me up a little also.
Yeah.
I didn't have that much though, but it was good.
You usually have to have at least one shot to get people out there.
Right. I don't drink and I liked it, so saying something.
It was dangerous. I can see myself getting drunk off that, so gotta be careful. All right. I think that was all we were going to talk about during our break, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote the BTS meal. I don't know if anyone, because that also happened during our break. I don't know if anyone got it or not. I didn't.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I don't care I know it was just sauces, but 10 out of 10. I don't care. I'll pay $10 for sauces and a bag because that's all we got.
Yeah. See, I didn't get the meal. I didn't get that specific meal, but I went and my McDonald's was giving the bags for everything. So I got a bag technically, but
the sauces were good. I hope they like put them into rotation. They were actually pretty good.
Which one was your favorite?
I definitely liked the sweet chili. Is it sweet Thai chili? But if you mix them together, it was actually really, really good. So
interesting. I haven't heard anyone mixing them together.
I kind of wish it was still there. I'd go back. I hadn't been to McDonald's in years, but I was like, what? BTS? Okay, take my money.
I'll buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I missed it. I just didn't have time. And then I actually did end up going to McDonald's, but it was way over. So it was like, well, just got the regular 10-piece with some barbecue sauce.
I remember I forgot what country it was. It was like the Philippines or like Malaysia somewhere. They actually had to close down a McDonald's because of how chaotic people were getting.
Oh, yeah.
People were fighting each other. It was bad.
I'm like, guys, it's just sauce. The chicken is all McDonald's.
It's not just sauce to feast.
No, it was a cup too. They got everything over there. They were like, they were selling stuff for $40 US from like Malaysia and the Philippines because they knew all we got was a bag. So they were like, here's the box and the cup and, all this stuff for, they were just jacking up prices and people were buying them because,
Of course.
Okay, right. But like, my question is, I don't think I've ever gotten McDonald's without the bag being covered in grease. So like, are you going to keep it? Because I'm like, okay, it makes me kind of sad to like crump it up, but like...
These bags were surprisingly clean. Just saying.
I didn't get anything like that, so...
All I know is for an American company, they really... What's the word I'm looking for?
Capitalized?
Well, not just capitalized. I just meant like how in every other country, like the bags, the boxes, and the...
Oh, they played us.
Yeah.
They totally played us.
And like the cups were like designed and like were purple or like had the logos, and even like some places they just gave a regular bag and the sauce. They really missed the marketing. I'm just saying, especially for America.
Exactly.
They would have gotten a lot more, I feel like, if they really decked it out like other countries.
Because McDonald's needs more money.
The funny thing about that, though, is people in other countries were like, wait, all you got was a bag? And they're like, but they turned the cup over. Somebody took a picture, you know how it says, like, made in? It said made in the U.S. on their stuff, but all we got was the bag.
No,
Which I was like, that's kind of messed up.
No, that's messed up. That's right. What?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Was their main market the United States or was it the other countries?
It was just global. I think it was just a global thing.
I thought it was supposed to be global, but they definitely treated everybody else better than us. They were like, you get a bag.
Yeah. To be honest, I think the real thing was really just for the sauces, because I think those are sauces they have over in Korea, but it's just the fact that you tie a group like that that's so famous and you are an American company. I really feel like they missed out on a lot. I mean, you didn't have to go too crazy, but at least decorate the stuff you're giving us.
Give us a photo card. If they had put a photo card, I would have been at McDonald's every day.
Okay, no, that's what I meant by too crazy. No, that's what I meant by too crazy. They didn't have to go that far. Just give a nice decorative cup, okay? Or a souvenir cup.
I wanted a photo card.
It's kind of like the kids meal situation where they like give like a little toy or something.
Right.
They could have done that.
Or for extra, they could have made like plastic cups that are savable. With like the logo and sold those.
Or with their faces on it.
I'm giving them too many ideas for capitalism. Let me be quiet.
They sold merch, didn't they? They sold the merch. Like, I went to look. I wasn't going to buy. I was very tempted, but I wasn't going to buy. And like, they had socks. They had like a bucket hat, I think. They had a t-shirt. They had a bunch of stuff. They had pins.
They're Weverse, though. So if you don't know about Weverse.
Right. So, you're paying like $800 for shipping.
Not worth it.
I wasn't going to say anything, but...
Sorry, Weverse, don't sue me, but the shipping's really expensive. Just saying.
It is expensive. I mean, it's cheaper if you, like, choose U.S., than global, but there's some stuff they don't sell on global that they do at US and vice versa.
It's a very tricky game for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Enough about, man, we go on tangents of like capitalism and adulting. Is this what it's like to be an adult? Because I don't like it.
I want to go home. Mom, pick me up.
All right, so let's take it back to K-pop. So, like I said, tons of K-pop songs came out during our break. We've been gone for almost 3 months. Yeah.
Have we? Yeah, I think so. 3 months-ish. Yeah.
It's coming up there if it hasn't passed already.
I really think the last episode we recorded was back in April.
I feel like that's accurate. At least the last one last time I listened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. And there's been songs that came out before that also. But as you know, K-pop, they, spit out songs like almost every day. So we couldn't talk about all of them. So what I did is I only pick 20 songs. Sorry, guys, if these 20 songs aren't like songs you want to hear, but I had to narrow it down. I couldn't. Too much. So 20 songs. We're going to try to play a fun little game of just giving out one word to describe how we felt about them. And then we have 3 songs that we're going to talk about in detail, but I will reveal them when we get to those. So let's do the game first. You guys excited? Are you ready? Did you write down your words?
I don't write notes.
Oh, you're just going off.
I probably should have, but I didn't know.
How are we going to do this as far as rotation wise?
Well, I have mine written down, but
How does it look like on your screen?
I have the artist's name, the song title, and then next to it I put my word.
Oh, I meant like on your video, like who shows up in what corner.
Are you talking about Skype?
yeah, that's what you're talking about.
You're breaking the fourth wall, Briana.
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, I have you all, I have 2 separate windows open so you all appear at once. Well, Macy's at the top, you're on the bottom right, and Nafis is on the bottom left, if that's what...
Yeah, just call our names.
I think it's going to be different for all of us, so...
So am I going first?
You can go first.
Okay.
Why don't you go first? I'll go second, because I have mine written down, then if you guys need to think about it a minute before you answer, you have a little bit of time.
So let me just say, I didn't listen to all of the songs. The ones that I did, I will contribute.
All right, well, Nafis already just ruined the game.
Disqualified.
She didn't do her homework, teacher. She gets a 0.
She already ruined the game for us.
Both of the teachers didn't write it down. What is wrong with this situation?
Thank you,
Put us on the
Macy.
spot.
We got 2 teachers on here that didn't do the assignment. What does that call for? What do you guys give? Like written up? Do you give detentions? What do you do?
I just give them a side eye.
You just give them a side eye?
Yes.
That's all it is.
A side eye is enough.
Okay. All right, so let's get started. So first I have, and like I said, not all of these came out during the break, some are before, but I tried, couldn't do it. So first, Wonho's song Lose. I wrote indescribable. Because it's not like, no, not like a bad thing. Like, I like the song, and I like this song. I feel like this is one of those songs I can only listen to and I watch the music video. Because I was listening to it on its own, and then I watched the music video, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't listen to it a lot anyway, so that's why I put indescribable. Macy.
I wrote the word smooth because I think I would do just about anything if you told me to.
Amen.
I'm speechless.
I do really like the song. I've listened to it without the music video, and I think it's a smooth, easy listening song.
I'm Macy. Who are you? I don't know. All right, Briana.
Hot. That's all I gotta say. You know why. Macy and I are on the same page
Are we
here.
describing the song or are we describing Wonho? Are we describing the song or are we describing Wonho?
Oh, both.
Okay.
Both. Hot because of the song and the video. Like, you know.
The feast.
I thought it was very smooth, and I really liked the use of the electro pop that he had going on in there. I really liked that.
It was good.
I still like Open Mind better.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I would say that I like that one more. But
Yeah. All right. Next song, Chungha's Bicycle. I wrote sexy because I feel sexy listening to it. Bicycle. Yeah, I'll write it. No, I'm not going to sing it. Macy, please stop me.
I put confidence because I read that the song, she's not actually talking about like,
You know, just like ice cream.
A bicycle.
Yes, the piece of bicycle.
Why do they take such innocent words and then just completely abuse it?
Macy, continue.
well, but she said that she's talking about her like haters. I guess she got a lot of hate. And this song is like a back off song.
Really?
So it's not necessarily
Wow.
supposed to be a sexual song, even though it comes across that way. Yeah.
That's not my first impression when I heard
I
that
was
song.
gonna say, I was about to sing a lyric and I'm like that. Okay.
It wasn't mine either, but that's what she said. She said it was like a back off song. So,
Good for her.
and she's like riding you like she's playing, not like in a sexual manner. So,
If y'all could see my face right now,
Taylor's
it
face.
is very like, yeah, okay. Whatever you say, Chana.
there's definitely some lyrics in there that I'm like, what do you... But yeah, according to her, that's what it is. And I feel, even if it is in a sexual manner, I think it could be a confident, sexy song. You know, like she's in charge.
Yeah.
So,
I could see it like that.
That could still be used as sexual, but okay.
But she's typically very confident in all her songs, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Briana.
I also said sexy because that song, now I know the meaning. Well, I'm going to ignore that meaning and still go with my meaning. And oh yeah, that song, when I watched it, I was like repeat for like 3 weeks because it was just great. I love Chungha, so everything she puts out is great. So
She's actually one of my favorite solo artists, too.
She is mine too.
Yeah.
The Feast, did you have a word?
Basically, I just agree with
Okay,
them.
so we're all using that one. Okay,
Nothing much else to add.
gotcha. Shinies, don't call me. I put classy, and what I meant by classy is like, I feel like it's a classy way of like telling someone to like stop bothering me. Don't call me, don't call me. I love that part, the little fun thing they do. Macy.
I put catchy because of that line. Like, I cannot get it out of my head. Every time I listen to it, I'm doing that for like an hour afterwards.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like your foot just automatically just starts involuntarily doing that. Rihanna.
I'm going to say iconic because it's shiny. So,
There you go.
I mean, Key's part in that song, like, I love Key, so just, you know, everything he did and the rest of them, it's an iconic song. It's great.
Nafis.
Awkward. I didn't listen to that song.
Go
Shame.
away.
Banished. Shame.
Right. Nafis, you're not gonna
Right. I was like,
don't call me anymore, okay?
No pun intended.
Nope. Alright, next we have NCT's Dream Hot Sauce. I put Mewoyo.
I put upbeat commercial.
Commercial.
Upbeat commercial because it's very upbeat. I can dance to it, but the music video looks like a commercial for hot sauce.
It does look like a commercial.
I'm not mad about it. It's just what it looks like.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. I was going to say commercialized, too.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I was hoping on that note that they would actually sell the sauce as merch. I thought that's what they were going to do. Because they're
Hot
so
sauce
much,
merch.
but, you know, they didn't. So, for me, okay, so I don't know if this is one word because I forgot what language it's in, but chacaron. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, there was a song a long time ago that was called Chacaron that has a oh my god, look it up. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
think I've heard that, yeah.
Look it up and you will never hear, or don't, because if you like hot sauce, don't look it up. But if you do like, if you were like, oh, okay, that was the first thing to come to mind, and so now every time I hear hot sauce, I think of that song and I just can't. I can't do it.
Interesting.
Okay, I knew something was super familiar. I'm like, where have I heard this from? And that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I think I know what you're
Every
talking
time I
about.
go at the beginning of hot sauce, I'm like, oh my god, no, not the meme song.
Yep.
So yeah, sorry if I ruined that for anybody. My apologies.
I feel like my brain just exploded right now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, moving on. Everyone heard what I said, right? Or no?
No.
I said Mewoyo.
Oh.
I heard you, but I'm not so sure what that means.
Yeah.
Nafis, you were supposed to be practicing Korean. You don't remember from our Korean class?
Listen, I forgot everything.
I mean, I also say it with an American accent. Like I said, I haven't practiced in a long time. I'm starting classes back up soon. I signed up for them. I said spicy. It's spicy.
Spicy, okay.
Yes. Also for people who aren't studying Korean, if you didn't know.
There you go.
I just try to throw some in there so I can start practicing speaking again. So if I sound very awkward, I apologize. Just gonna say that now. I always have to apologize when I
hand over her heart and everything.
because I truly mean it. I mean it. Okay, so next song, Itzy's Mafia, or In the Morning in English. I put Mysterious, because who is the Mafia? I'm the Mafia.
I put Finger Guns.
Finger guns.
Really?
Because anytime I hear that song, I walk around my kitchen with my finger guns.
Briana.
For me, I did Fun. I thought it was a fun song. I don't know why it got so much hate at the beginning, but I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it.
I don't know either. Nafis.
I was going to just say fun and suspenseful.
I guess.
Yeah. There's only so many adjectives I can come up with, okay?
When somebody, I think it was one of my students, was like, it's based off the game, and I was like, oh, and then I listened to it again with the words, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I figured that when I first heard it. I didn't think they're actually talking about the actual Mafia. I've only played Mafia once. I know they play it a lot because I've watched a lot of V Lives where they're playing it. But me myself, I've only played it once. But it wasn't Mafia. It was like, what is it, Village? And you have to find out, I don't remember, but it had to do with like villages, witches, and wolves. And you had to find out who the witch was.
Is that another version of it? I think.
Yeah, it's just another version. So,
okay.
Yeah, it was weird. Anyway, Mysterious Mafia. Next is Aspa, Next Level. And this one I put Confident. I really like that song, and I wasn't expecting to like that song as much as I do. I'm on the next level. That part gets stuck in my head. Macy.
I put futuristic because it sounds futuristic to me. I don't mean by anything visual. It just sounds like sci-fi. I don't know why, but the sound to me, that's what it sounds like. Not my favorite song, but
Oh, well then.
no,
I like this song. I listened to it on repeat.
I've listened to it. I think I listened to it when it came out, and then I listened to it one more time fully so that I could do this. And I don't know. It hasn't grown on me yet, but doesn't mean it won't. Because sometimes, like months later, I'll listen to a song.
Okay, so this is the part where I put like a please don't hate me.
Oh God.
Unimpressed
Damn.
is my word, and let me explain. Okay, so I was actually one of the people that was excited for aespa when they were first announced. So with Black Mamba, I was like, like I liked it. It grew on me. I did not like it to begin with. It grew on me, and so for this one, I listened to it, and I remember, because we listened to it as a class, because I didn't say this, but I started the K-pop club at my high school, and so we listened to it together, and we sat there, and we were all like, I hate, what I didn't like was the beat change. Like, the initial beat, I was like, ew, what is this? Then they have that beat switch in the middle of the song, and I was like, wow, if this was the song, I would probably like it. And then they just randomly switch back, and it was like, okay. I don't know. I can't get into it. It's not my. Sorry, aespa fans.
It's fine. You're honest. We're honest here.
Yeah.
The show is called I Was Thinking, so no judgment from us. Nafis.
I didn't listen to it.
Okay, well that was easy. Well, I guess I'm the only person who actually likes this song, so. Anyway, One Us, Black Mirror. I put Fun. I just think it's a cute fun song. I think I was reading somewhere it has to do with like the song is about you know what? I just forgot. It's fun. Let me not. Macy.
I put two things because I couldn't make up my mind. One, the chorus is so catchy. It gets stuck in my head. And then just MJ
Yes.
fanboys is what I wrote.
Very heavily influenced by Michael Jackson, so.
Yeah, my word was going to be tribute, because that's, as I was watching it, I was like, yep, we know this is an MJ fanboy song, so I liked it. I had no problems with it. I like One Us a lot.
I didn't hear this one either.
Okay.
I told you I didn't get to listen to a bunch of them.
We just need to start sending her playlists.
Next song is Taemin's Advice. I put Ascending because anytime I listen to a Taemin song, I just feel like I'm ascending from this world. So
Yes.
I love Taemin.
I literally just wrote Taemin
Yes.
because he's his own genre.
That is the description.
Just Taemin. That's all you need to say. I agree.
Masterpiece. Because, again, it's Taemin.
It's
so.
Taemin.
And it would only work with him. It's only so good because it's him.
Nafis, you didn't listen to this, did you?
Oh,
Nafis.
Girl, of all the songs to skip, that's not the one. You
I
gotta
saw
do
her
that
face.
one.
I was like, oh my gosh, she didn't listen to this. Okay.
but if it's a masterpiece, I'll listen to it.
All the songs are masterpieces, but this one's really good.
Yeah, I know there's some criticism where, like, I guess some people didn't like it because he's singing in a lot higher pitch, but I feel like if he went lower, it wouldn't have gone, like, with the type of song it is. I don't know. I think it works.
Who said that? I'm gonna go find them. They were completely wrong. That song is amazing. I love that song. And the piano in that song is just, it's good. It's a great song.
Okay, next we have Stacy's ASAP, and I put cute because I really like this song, and I'm really surprised how obsessed with this song I am.
I put bouncy. I think it's like a bouncy song, and especially that move they do. I'm like, this is very bouncy.
Briana.
For me, it was bubbly. Same kind of, we're all on the same kind of page here. It was cute.
Yeah, I was gonna say adorable. I typically don't like cutesy, happy songs like that, but this one was cute.
Yeah, I don't either, but I'm obsessed with ASAP for some reason. All right, Baekhyun's Bambi. I put sensual. Don't know other way to describe it.
Yeah,
I put alluring because it reminds me of like a black and white French movie. And I love him. I think he has an amazing voice. I think a lot of people compare him to like Michael Jackson, which is, I don't know if that's a stretch or not, but
A little bit.
okay.
Sorry.
I wasn't saying that I was agreeing with it necessarily, but
I know.
he has a lot of, I think he's inspired by Michael Jackson as well, just like in his dance movements and the way he sings. So I think he's great, and I love that song, and I play it at least 3 times every time it comes on.
Brianna, did you say a word?
No, for me, it was mature, and that's not in like a bad way. It was just, after the last couple things he did, this one was like a very mature, grown-up kind of song for me. So I liked it. I love the album. It's great.
Nafis, did you say anything or no?
I was just gonna say smooth. I liked it. It was a smooth listen.
Next one, Yugyeom's I Want You Around. So I had 2 real quick. So I put longing, which I feel like is kind of what the song is about, like saying you want to be around someone all the time. And then I watched the music video and I just put speechless because Yugyeom. Yeah, that's it. Speechless. That's my boy.
I literally just wrote ditto in response to the title. I want you around too.
That's fine with me. So do I. Brianna.
For me, I said talent, because he's always been talented, so it now gets to shine.
Yes.
Didn't listen to it, so don't ask me.
Okay. You need to listen to this and you need to listen to Advice the Feast.
Okay.
Next one. Bam Bam's Ribbon. And I put adorable. And I watched the music video today and I was like, oh, this is so cute. Also, many talents. All of GOT7. I'm happy they're actually being shown.
So I wrote the word K-drama because in my head, when I listen to this song, I think of the montage when they go out on a date and they're like falling in love. This is the song that's going to be playing.
That works.
I could see that. Brianna.
I don't know if I had like a word. So I guess I'll say indescribable because like I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was okay, here you go. Bright. Bright is my word because it was very bright and fun and I enjoyed it.
I thought it was artistic with like the black background and like the colors that he had going. I liked it.
Everglows first. This is 2 words, but I put badass.
I almost put that. I put the word battle because I feel like they're marching into a sassy battle and I'm all for it.
Brianna.
I said empowered. Like it was a good song. I really like Everglow.
The Feast.
Did not listen to it.
Okay.
My heart.
BMs. I don't know how to actually say this word. Is it how do you say it? 13 IVI?
13 IVI.
Okay. Well, I put hype because the song just makes me hype. And I've been singing the chorus a lot. I've been listening to the song a lot. 13 IVI.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yup.
It's like BM. Macy, I'm sorry.
I'm all for it. I put the word cool because this song makes me feel cooler than I actually am when I listen to it.
Yeah. Oh my god, don't say it. You are cool.
I don't necessarily mean it in a bad way, but...
Briana.
Mine is similar to Simone's Pumped. It's like, that song is my jam. And side note, because I didn't know what 13 IVI meant, it is his name, BM. If you look at it, it spells out BM.
Oh my
and
god.
it does. That's funny.
It does.
Yeah, I was like, what does this mean? I need to know. And I looked it up, and in an interview, he's like, yeah, it's just my initials, BM. So I was like, oh, good to know.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Nafis, you didn't listen to this.
I was actually going to say experimental because he's always experimenting with different sounds. So I actually really like the sound of this one.
I think it fits him. It fits his personality.
Yes.
Like the more he's experimenting, I feel like he's finding like the sound that works with him. So it's good. I like it.
Yeah, he's growing as an artist. I'm excited to hear more from him.
Yeah.
So I really like BM.
Is Card still around, by the way?
Yeah, J-Stuff's just in the military.
Okay.
Yeah, so he went around October last year. So
Okay.
Hey, TXT. I still don't know how to say this. I don't think anyone does. So I'm just going to say 0 times 1 equals love song, parentheses, I know I love you. The longest title in the world.
Title a
She
math
really read
equation.
out all.
I'm just going to say RM helped write this, so you know what? It fits. But I put angst. Because it just reminds me of teen angst. Angst I never went through my teenage phases. Don't know if that's why I like this album a lot. This might be one of my favorite albums from TXT, but I really like this song. So, angst.
I put Summer Romance. Because it's like a romance song, but it's like more upbeat and summery to me. On some level, like the sound.
Is it a romance or is it a summer? Well, I wouldn't say breakup.
Well, romance in general doesn't necessarily mean it succeeds.
True.
It's just like talking about love. It's a summer love song.
True. I didn't think about that. Briana.
I said alternative because it kind of gave me like an alternative, like rocky kind of vibe to it. And I really like that because you don't really see that too much in K-pop. So for that to be their title track, it was like, it was very different for them. So I like it.
I was going to say Growth because I really like this song and you can tell, like vocally, dance-wise, everything, like they grew.
They have that. They have. I've been really, like, it's been amazing watching their journey from like when they debuted to like now. It's like, I feel like watching like little brothers grow up. I'm so proud. So I really like TXT.
I agree. I do too.
I do.
All right, so Luna's song, I just put PTT. I forgot what this actually stands
Paint the Town.
Okay, yes.
Sorry.
I put magical. I only watched it once today, so I can't remember actually how it goes. So that was the first thing when I was watching it.
I put like a parade or a march. Not necessarily because of anything, but just that's the way it sounds to me. Like they're like marching into something, or they're like a festival or a parade. Something like that.
So not a battle?
No, because first is very like aggressive, where that one's more like fun, I guess.
Briana.
I thought confident for this song. I really like this song a lot. I've kind of liked I want to say change that Luna has made in their music since they did, like, is it Butterfly? I feel like that was like a segue for them into what they're doing now, and I really like it. So I said confident. I like it.
I didn't listen to it.
Oh my god. All right, BB. The Korean name is Isangun Napun or Life's a B. And I just put agreed because life is a bitch. So I just agree. I also put insane because I watched the music video for it. It seemed low-key relatable. I mean, some stuff was like dramatic wise, but like I'm like, girl, I feel you. I feel
Same.
you. I love BB, so
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, it was a bit dramatic, but still relatable.
still relatable. Macy.
I put cute depression. Because her voice is so cute, but she's talking about things that are depressing.
She hides it. She hides it with her cute face and her cute voice.
Uh-huh.
Briana.
Okay, so for me, I said Queen, and I love BB so much. Like, this album, 10 out of 10. That song was
It was really good.
amazing. Like, she's such a good vocalist. I really want her to get more attention. She's really good.
When did she start out?
She's been out for a bit, but she usually features on people's stuff. Like, she was on Zico's album. She was just on Soyeon from G-Idol. She was on her album. So she's been in a lot of features, but I think this was her first, like, big album, or maybe her second.
You guys want to know how I discovered her?
How?
Well, no one asked, so I was like, okay, maybe not. So one day, I think this a year or two ago, I was just going through Twitter and like, I have a weird mix of my Twitter. It's a lot of just like what people who aren't in fandoms call locals. So just normal stuff, a lot of astrology stuff, and like K-pop stuff. And I came across a video, I guess she was doing an Instagram like live thing, and she was reading comments, and there's one of those comments, which I understand why she said this, was like, it said speak English, and then she looked at it and she got like such a steak face, and she's like, speak Korean, bitch, in English. And I was like, who is this? What does she do? And what can I watch or listen to that she's featured in? So I found out she made music. And I'm like, oh, she's actually really good.
We love a sassy queen. She's amazing.
I tell these people, because some of these fans be getting out of hand sometimes, so put them back in their place.
It's good that she claps back.
Exactly. All right, in Hypin' Fever, I just put good. It was a good song. I don't know. I haven't found an Hypin' song that's like excites me, so like they're not bad, but it's okay. I'm not really a fan. It was a good song. That's all I'm gonna say. Found nothing wrong with it.
See, I disagree with you on this one
Okay.
with Flappies. I
That's
really
fine.
liked Give and Taken when it came out. That was like my song. And I love this song. I think it's the word I put was sensual / it's stuck in my head all of the time. Like it's one of those songs that just gets stuck with me the whole day. I really like it. I can see why some people wouldn't. Like, I don't think it's bad to dislike it, but I really like it.
For me, I would choose the word that many of you guys have been saying for other songs, but smooth. This one was smooth for me, especially after Drunk Days. Like, I like and hype in the stuff that they've come out with so far, and so this was like a 180 from Drunk Days, which was kind of like a dance EDM-y kind of song, to this, which is kind of like a smooth. I don't want to say jazz because it wasn't really jazz, but it was like, I can't think of the term for it, but it was that. I liked it.
Didn't listen to it.
I can always tell when she's gonna be like, I listened to this or I didn't listen to this.
You for real did not do your homework.
She did not.
I didn't. I did not have time. Sorry.
It's fine. All right. Thank God I have two other people to help me talk about this. Or
Shade.
all right. Yes, that was a lot of shade. SF9 Teardrop. I surprisingly really like this. This is not one word. I couldn't think of a word, but I was like, this is a good song, and I immediately downloaded it. So thanks, Macy, for the recommendation. I don't know that much about SF9 except they were in Kingdom. That's pretty much it.
I didn't listen to them really before. The only one I had heard was Jealousy, the song Jealousy. But after watching Kingdom, I'm like, I like them. They're cute. I like their group, so I got more into it. And then I've been with them for this latest comeback. The word I wrote is expensive. It sounds expensive to me, and it looks expensive.
Yes, they do look very fancy.
My word is Taeyang because I love him. So I love SF9. So and yeah, they're a solid group. I don't dislike anything that they put out. So
I also didn't realize what is his name? Rowan. I think that's his name. Rowan. He's was in Extraordinary You, the K-drama. And I was like, I love that show. And I like when they were on Kingdom, I'm like, Wait a minute.
I recognize this one.
I know you.
Yeah.
Feast.
I was gonna say like sophisticated because it kind of gave me like blood, sweat, and tear vibes. The background and
Like
everything.
museum kind of feel.
Yeah, it was like kind of sophisticated and artsy.
The last one on the list is XO's Don't Fight the Don't Fight the Feeling. Why was I stumbling over this? I just put dance. It's like one of those dance songs. It almost kind of remind me of like older XO songs to me, like when they were just starting out. I mean, I haven't listened to like their whole discography or whatever, but I have a couple. So like I was thinking of like Call Me Baby and like back then. So
I wrote Chair Dance because it's not their most dancey song, but I can't sit still either when I listen to it. So like it's one of those songs that like literally don't fight the feeling. Like I can't help but tap my foot and kind of like shake my head a little bit to it. I don't want to get up and dance across the room like some songs, but I can't sit still either. So I think that's a good thing.
For me, I thought Party. It just felt like a nice party song. They were even having a party in there at the end. So, and Lay.
yeah,
Lay,
that was cute.
Thank you for showing up. I love you. Come back. Okay.
Didn't listen to it.
All right, how many of those were okay? It's fine, Nafis. Thanks for joining us.
I already lost the game. I know that.
We were keeping points. I mean, I feel like we all lost the game because the point was just one quick word and we went into death. So it's fine. We can't follow our own rules. All right. And then just real quick, I have some non-Korean or K-pop songs I'm just going to quickly shout out because I don't just listen to K-pop, guys. I promise. I mean, you've heard me, but yeah. So the first one, of course, is who I always bring up, my girl, Megan Stallion, Thought Shit. That's all I have to say. I love Megan.
Same.
I wish I had Megan's knees so badly. I can't do anything. I'm like, why? Why was I not? I'm a hot girl with bad knees. Okay.
I got grandma knees already. I can't do that shit.
So yeah, Thought Shit, Doja Cat, Planet Her, just the whole album. I love it. I'll give it a listen to. There's this one rapper, I just realized I wrote all women down. Women empowerment.
That's right. Snaps.
So there's this one rapper I listen to. Her name is Snow the Product. So I've wrote down just a couple songs like from last year and this year that I caught up on. So like their names is Shut Up, Child Support, Never Be Me, and K.O.S.O.
I tried to listen to a couple of those ones, and I really liked Shut Up to like point out one.
My favorite one by her is also is it Say Bitch? I think it's Say Bitch. Say Bitch and Butter. She has a song called Butter. All right, next one is Tinashe's Bouncin', who she just put out a video for that. Yo, that choreography on those trampolines. Tinashe is...
Top level.
I just have no words. Exactly. She's up there. Next one is an indie artist. Her name is by the name of Rakaya. How did I discover Rakaya? I think it was through... media site I used to internship at, which is called Black Soul. And she did like a little interview basically just talking about like, because she went to Korea when she was in college. So she has a couple like YouTube videos of like her time in Korea and like learning the language and stuff like that. So like her old songs, she does have some songs where she like sings in Korean. She's Black, by the way. But I know she's trying to get out of that and do more of like R&B stuff. So she's really good. So I suggested her song Naughty in Nature. What does the X mean when it's in between words? Is it and or by? Is it Naughty by Nature or Naughty?
Oh, it might be by, because isn't TXT, isn't that what it is? Tomorrow by Together?
Yes. So it's Naughty by Nature, and just her whole Into the Cosmos EP. That's go stream Rakaya. I'm really rooting for her. I hope she becomes big one day. She's a really good singer. And last but not least, I just dropped today as we're recording, Normani, my girl Normani is back. She's my favorite from Fifth Harmony for a reason, featuring Cardi B, called Wild Side, which samples Aaliyah's song One in a Million. I watched that video. I'm like, I want to be Normani when I grow up. She's just so talented. She's so beautiful. She can dance. She's bringing the standards back in American pop music for the girls, okay? No one can beat Normani. Normani is it. Normani is the it girl. You better put some respect on Normani, okay? That's all I have to say. I love Normani, okay?
I agree. Controversial opinion. She deserves more love than the other Fifth Harmony girl. I'm not going to say names because I don't want to get hate. But
it's fine, because I agree,
saying,
and I probably know who you're talking about.
Normani for life.
Normani for life. Hey guys, Simone here. But it wouldn't be a normal episode if I didn't pop in with my usual PSAs. So a couple things that I forgot when we were recording. One of them being, I can't believe I forgot to mention this artist because I love her ever since discovering her. Her name is Bree Runway. She is from the UK and she is also, like Normani, bringing the standards back for pop music. So go stream her newest song, Hot Hot, and my two favorite ones, which is Two On and Gucci. Another thing that I forgot to mention about Rakaya is I think I said she's trying to move away from making songs with Korean and more into R&B. I think she does both, but she can do whatever the hell she wants. Definitely though, behind the scenes, I know she writes a lot of her music and she's trying to write a lot for K-pop groups. So I think that's really cool. Anyway, just support her own music. I think she has a really good career in songwriting and just in the music industry, so I'm excited. And I think there was something else I was going to mention, but I'm completely blanking at the moment. Was it just those two things? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess it was just those two things. Go stream all the artists that I mentioned in this episode. Bree Runway and Rakaya. Okay, back to the episode. That's all I wanted to say. All right. On to our other songs. So, first one is by our good former leader of GOT7, JB, with the song Switch It Up featuring Soko Domo, which came out on my birthday, May 14th. A couple of weeks before that, it was announced that he signed with Higher Music. Is he with Higher Music or AOMG? Are they the same thing? Does it matter?
I thought they were...
AOMG is the company. Higher Music is that singing group. It's a group. I think. Don't quote me.
Oh, I thought Higher Music was also...
I thought they were the same thing.
Yeah, and
I mean, they are. All the people in Higher Music are a part of AOMG.
Okay. Because I remember in the GOT7 episode me and Macy did, I said I had no idea what JB was doing because it wasn't announced at the time. And then so later it was announced he signed with them. And then a couple weeks later, put out this song, Switch It Up. All I will say for Switch It Up is I wish we got some type of warning. JB is a grown-ass man. He can sing about whatever he wants. But I don't know where my mind was when I first heard this song where I didn't pick up on the connotations. This is sexual, okay? This is 100% sexual. No, because I remember I was listening to the song on the way to go see Macy. I was like, oh, this is so good. And he put out a live, I guess, little video, not a music video, but just, it says live. And we watched it and, it has the English lyrics for when he's singing Korean. So when I started reading the words, I was like, wait, he said what? He wants you to do what? I was like, JB, I know you're grown, but goddamn.
Yeah, he's no longer in GOT7 is pretty much what he said. He's like, I'm grown now. I can do whatever I want.
He really did switch it up.
For real.
Yeah, right?
I would have liked at least a song or two before this. And I would have been fine, but, I still love the song, right? Just going straight in, just going right for the kill.
Yeah, I know you were laughing so hard because I was like, you know what? I had a sneaking suspicion he was a freak. I just kind of knew it. You can kind of tell.
God.
I just want to, on that note, I've noticed, the groups that have, or the people that have split up from groups, Wonho included, like they went full sexual.
Like, I don't care
like
anymore.
Wonho went from being like the quiet, not quiet, but like the closet cutie hot man from Monsta X to like, what's a shirt? And then JB went from being like, again, not the quiet, he wasn't really that quiet, but you know, it was like, oh, look, JB.
Yeah, he was more on the quiet side. Like, I'm the leader. I'm
Right.
more, a little bit more
To
respectful.
being like, oh, you grown. Like, you went full. Like, okay.
I just don't understand where my brain was when he's singing in English, ride my... Does he say
pretty
ride
sure.
my body?
Yeah,
or
yeah, something
ride
like that.
something nice and calm. And I'm like, where was I? Where was I? And a bunch of other stuff that he sings in Korean. When I read the English, I was like, oh my God. Okay. Whoever the song is about, you're lucky. You go, okay? No, but then other than that, I would low-key, no offense to the rapper, like a version without the rap. Because when I first heard it, it was throwing me off a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
It was stupid. Okay, so like, if he had just kept singing in Korean, I probably would have been like, oh, okay. But the line that takes me out every time I listen to it is like, we'll stay in bed till the sun hits our pimples? I'm like, oh God, why?
Yes! Why is he mentioning pimples?
Right? Like, why would you, in this song, why would you put pimple? Like, why? Why? So
that was my only thing. Anyone else? I'm done gushing, I think.
And, I really like it. It's been on repeat since it came out for me. I think it's just a nice, easy listening song, too. It's very catchy. I do agree with you about the rap. I don't mind the rap, but I don't think it fits in this song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it seems out of place.
Like, I've grown used to it now because I really like the song, but at the first couple times I was like grooving to it, and then that came on and I just stopped. And then when JB would come back, I was like, okay, yes. So that's the only thing.
I really liked it too. I didn't realize it was that kind of song until you guys mentioned it. I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, keep them coming, but
yeah.
I would have liked a
Some
warning.
would be nice.
Thank you. That's my only thing. That's my only criticism. I would have liked a warning, but it's fine. I was gonna say something else. I don't know if I should say it or if I should cut it out.
do it.
Well, you can't cut it out if you don't say it.
J Park, stay far away from JB and Yu-Gi-Oh's music production as you can.
Cut that
You
out.
can keep that in there. I think we're all in agreement. I tried really hard to give him this is a side note, tried really hard to give him another chance. And yeah, I
He
think
makes
I'm done.
good music, though.
I still have some of his music, but I'm like, Jay, just shut up.
There's before the screw up music and then after the screw up music. We no longer download it. Whatever I have is gonna stay there.
Yeah, no, I don't listen to any of his new stuff. So after the Acts About Me, I haven't listened to anything new unless he's featured on something. But yeah, we won't talk about what happened. It's beating a dead horse at this point. I just wish he would stop talking because he makes it worse.
He just needs to stop.
He also had a recent hiccup. So he has this lyric in one of his songs where he compares himself to God, but he says it with an Arabic word. And oh my God.
Yeah, it was DNA Remix. It was the most recent song. I think
it was the most recent song. And I was like, oh, I liked you. Why?
Yep.
The same one where he was talking about being proud Korean, and yet they're all
that's the
none of
same
them are
song.
actually dressed as Korean.
Oh, wait.
And I'm just like, what are you doing? And then
The one I think Nafeez is talking about, he was featured in. I take back what I said. The one that they are two different songs. Now that you said, because I didn't watch the video for DNA Remix, but you said that and it reminded me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the video with all the.
No, I don't think it was in the DNA one.
Yeah, the one that you're talking about, Nafeez, I'm pretty sure he was a feature in that song. I don't think it was.
I don't know. I was just disappointed. I didn't even catch the name.
Either way, I feel like he's deliberately, isn't that like his Instagram handle is like cancel J, something like that. Is it?
Yeah.
He's pretty much like just embracing it at this point, is to just try and make controversy.
I was just gonna say, I was thinking, I'm like, it's always something with him. Like the thing is though, he apologized, but in a very standoffish way. And then he posted another apology, which was more like an apology.
It's not really an apology.
Why?
It's more of like a, I'm sorry, I guess, but y'all are really sensitive. And then he tried to deflect, being like, oh, well, when you guys sing in Korean, that's also appropriation. Oh, and it's like, that. You don't get out of my mentions with this.
The same thing.
No.
Even that long ass message he put on the YouTube of the video before he privated it, and he was just talking about, oh, you guys don't understand. That's actually the hip hop culture here. I'm like, but you're taking from Black American culture. You know, we're just doing this because it inspired us because we didn't think we'd be like doctors and stuff, basically calling rappers dumb. I'm like, okay, so what are you? It was just...
He just kept digging.
I'm like, so you're calling people
shut up.
Right? Like rappers in hip hop dumb?
Yes.
Oh, I saw that. He had to post like 2 comments for his essay. Yeah.
And then blaming his publicist, like, my publicist told me not to post this, but I did it anyway. I'm like, are you
digging your own grave? Keep digging your own grave.
I can't. That's one thing that annoys me when people are like, that's what I call like willfully ignorant, and that's the thing I can't rock with. So
yes, I agree.
Just let Yu-Gi-Oh! And JB do their own thing without your influence. Help them produce it. You have the money, company, name, whatever. I don't care. But other than that, I'm just like...
I would be very surprised if either of them went in that direction at all. But just because they've been in the business for a long time now, and they've never really had a major...
So has Mr. Park. So. Yeah. Well,
yeah. No, I just meant like he has had slip-ups like for a while now, and they've not really. I don't know. I don't see. I'd like to think that they're better than that, but I guess
I hope so. The only like, I don't know the word in my mind that I can think of is we've seen it happen over and over and over again with a lot of these controversies, especially with hair.
Kind of predictable at this point.
So especially with the hair and the braids and the dreads and stuff, there's like hundreds of examples of it, and they're still doing it, and they're still like, oh, I'm sorry, didn't know, whatever they want to use. And it's like, come on.
we won't even talk about the black scent and the slip of the N-word, so.
I don't mean to compare, but like in DNA, they're talking about how like they're proud of their Korean heritage and things like that, right? But they had a whole different scene going on. It kind of reminded me of like Suga's Dechita, where he was rapping, but he was in his Korean like culture, their clothes and everything. And I'm like, that makes more sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what people were yelling at him on Twitter. And he was like, nah, we've had hard lives. We have ghettos here too. And it's like, oh. Like, all right, you guys holding up guns that are illegal in Korea, by the way. And, you know, Have
you seen, I've seen how many news reports of like artists or like actors being arrested for like 5 years just for having weed in their possession.
Yep. But y'all are the same. It's the same. It's totally the same. Exactly.
Of course.
Let's not even try to get into the hard drugs, which I'm sure is way illegal. But if they get in trouble for weed, like...
They just want to be hard so bad.
I didn't mean to bring them up, but I just had to because I was worried. I didn't mean to go on a tangent like that. But it needs to be brought up. I keep saying.
Hopefully he won't influence.
Because he does have a big following, so that's like another thing about it too. So, because people are going to keep going on the defense like, oh, not only just like we're hating on him, but like he does know, one, he's from America. But like just saying it's like not a big deal, but obviously it is. So, and not just him, other people as well that do stuff like that. So even here in America, that's why I don't try to get into these. Yeah, that's why I just mind my own business half the time because it's hard to talk about. All right, let's move on to our next song.
Let's switch it up.
Oh my gosh.
Get up. All right, so our next song is I don't want to butcher this. Is it Arman
Malik?
Arman. Okay, Arman Malik featuring Eric Nam with KSHMR.
Kashmir.
Song called Echo that came out on May 21st. Arman Malik is a singer from India. So he's an Indian singer. I didn't write much. I apologize, guys. All I wrote was I really enjoyed the song. I mean, if you want to know more about him, Eric has this whole podcast on the Dive Studios called K-Pop Daebak with Eric Nam, and he interviews him, and they talk about the song and also about like Imran's history with like music and all that. And I thought it was interesting because you learn about like his background history, starting out as in Bollywood movies. He does playback singing. Do you guys know what that is? Because I didn't know what.
I do not. Is it like when somebody sings and then he comes back and redubs it?
Basically, so they're never actually singing. So I guess in Bollywood movies, which I guess in America is kind of heard of because we expect them to do all the singing and dancing and like the acting all together. But what he does is...
So you know how like High School Musical is, where they just launch into singing? That's how it is. That's pretty much how almost every Bollywood movie is like. No joke.
Yeah, so if there's a main actor and he's like about to do a number, the voice that you hear singing is actually Armand's and not the actors. So basically dubbing. I didn't know it was so common over there to do that practice because it's not over here.
Oh no, that is how they make movies.
But yeah, what Nafis just said, she brought up the High School Musical. And High School Musical 1, Zac Efron's not actually singing. It's Drew Seeley. So if you want to know what that's like.
I didn't know that for an unreasonable amount of time.
Neither did I. I was like, that was Drew Seeley this whole time. And when you watch it, I'm like, wow, that does not sound like Zac. I mean, we were kids. So in 2 and 3, he does sing, but...
I was obsessed with that movie franchise.
The rest of them sing their own songs, right?
I think so, yeah. Because all the rest of them are singers, if I'm not mistaken.
I know Corbin Blue did because I had his album.
Oh, Corbin Blue. Oh, God, what a fine man that is. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Echo. I really enjoyed the song. It's different. And I also was going to say real quick, it's nice to see two people from different parts of Asia collab together, and I would like to see more of that. So it's not like just East Asian artists. It's not just like, I don't know what part of Asia India is considered. Is it like South
Asia,
Southeast, or just South?
Yeah, just South.
Okay, so South Asia. So I would like to see more of stuff like that.
I was like 10 seconds into this song and I'm like, this is gonna be good. And it was so good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It was very different, I think, even for Eric.
It was different for him.
Even different from the stuff that I've listened to from him. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that Eric has ever done that I disliked, and this is no different. It was really good.
Right.
So. It's very great. My last concert before the world went to hell.
Oh. Yeah. It was very sad. Thanks for bringing the joys before the sadness, Eric.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for blessing Orlando with your presence. And please come back. Come back. You're never going to hear this, but come back.
Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if you guys know, but the producer for the song, Kashmir, he was also part of G6.
Really?
Oh, really?
Like a G6, yeah.
Wait.
He's the one who did the song.
Are you talking about G6, the song, like a G6 by
yeah.
Far East Movement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Far East Movement.
The group is called Far East Movement. I used to listen to them a lot.
That song was my jam. I loved that song.
Yeah, I think I might look into if he makes more music. Armand.
He has other English songs out. Forgot their names, but they're on his channel.
I listen to some Indian songs he has too. I'm always trying to broaden my music to more languages and culture.
Oh, just watch Indian movies. It's all there.
Anything else we have about Echo or want to say about Echo?
I was just going to say it's a good song. I think it did a really good job kind of like expressing the sentiment that people had during the pandemic, because I think that's what they were saying in their interview. That was what they kind of had in mind when they wrote the lyrics. But it was good. I think it captured it pretty well too. Where you had people in like the same area for like such a long time and then just going back and forth. Like an echo.
I was just going to say like an echo.
But it was good. I really liked it. And as an Indian person, I'm actually really proud that he's rising and coming about in like the global scene too.
Have you known about this artist for a while, Nafis? Like, do you know of him and listen to his stuff?
Yeah. I followed him for like quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is though, like, music in India is not like how it is in America or in Korea, where you like stan them. It's kind of like, oh, you like their voice when they're doing their Bollywood thing, like as a singer. So it's not like you like them like individually, you like them as part of like a project type thing.
Okay, so the marketing is differently. They don't really market the artist, they market the projects they're in.
Yeah, but now it's changing though. Now they're marketing the singers individually because they're starting to broaden away from like the whole movie scene too.
Okay. Can't wait to learn more when we start reviewing Bollywood movies. Wink, wink.
You sound so excited.
I'm losing my voice a little, okay? That's probably why I've been doing too much screaming. I haven't talked in a while.
That's true.
Anyway, and last but not least, I'm going to put a trigger warning right now.
Uh-oh.
Nothing bad. Just, I know how people get.
I think you have to put a trigger warning on BTS, whether you're talking good or bad about them. Because people are so touchy.
Nothing, we're all fans here. And this is just trying to be constructive criticism. And nothing, no matter who I talk about, I try not to talk about people that I don't know personally in like, what do I want to say, a judgmental way? Like, I'm not judging you as a person. I don't know you as a person. I'm trying to judge the craft that you put out for people to obviously listen to, whether I like it or not. So that's where my opinions come from. It's just the music itself. Obviously, y'all never hear me shut up about BTS. Pretty sure I mention a member or just the group any second I get, just relating, oh, like when BTS did so-and-so. Oh, like member did this. Obviously, I'm a huge fan. I'm just saying, we're just constructively talking about the latest 3 English songs that came out. No, go ahead, Basie.
I think we have plenty of good things to say as well. It's just people tend to hold on to the one criticism you might have.
I know. I just wanted to say that because, yeah.
So don't come for us. All
right. Anyway, who's going first? Am I going first?
You can go first. We'll get the triggers out of the way first.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I think you're going to have the most to say.
Okay. All right. So we're talking about Butter that came out May 21st, as well as Permission to Dance. When did Permission to Dance just came out?
Last Friday?
July 9th. Yes, July 9th. Just bringing both up because since Butter came out and we were on break and Permission to Dance literally just came out. So, but 2 other English, like full English songs after Dynamite that came out last year in 2020. Where do I want to start? So I remember when Dynamite first came out. I'll start with Dynamite. I really enjoyed Dynamite. You know, it was like the height of the pandemic. It was something different. It was bright, bubbly, you know, just a good time. And first time them doing an all English song, like on their own. So I thought it was different. I thought it was cute. I love Dynamite. You know, it got them so many achievements. Their first Hot 100 on billboards. Their first Grammy nomination, which they've been wanting forever. Was Dynamite the song I thought should have gotten them the Grammy? No. And I've said that before, because I feel like they have other great songs. Maybe it's because this one's in English and, you know, yeah, I feel like me and Nafis talked about for the Grammy one. I don't remember what I said in the Grammy episode. My mind kind of blanked out.
We did. We talked about this.
Okay, I just want to make sure. But anyway, so I enjoyed that. And then I remember when Butter, well, that huge, like 1 hour long on YouTube, like just trailer of just melting butter. And then it was like butter. And no one knew what that was going to be like. So at first, before they even announced it was English, because I don't even think we knew it was going to be English at that time, I instantly thought, I was like, oh, another Dynamite. Without talking to anybody. I just said that to myself. And then I heard it was going to be in English. So I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's probably going to be another Dynamite. And then the pictures, like the teaser pictures were confusing me. So I'm like, what are they wearing? What is going on? Is maybe this isn't like a Dynamite. Maybe this is something darker. And then the song came out. I was like, oh, this is like a Dynamite. Not bad. Butter had to grow on me. So I like Butter now. But like when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know what I was expecting because maybe the pictures were confusing me where I thought it was going to be something darker. And it wasn't. I like Butter now. I'll sing it. I don't necessarily go and turn it on, but if it comes on my playlist, I don't skip it and I dance along to it. And then Permission to Dance came out, which I know was also highly anticipated, especially since it was another English song.
Notice how the tone just goes. Dun, dun.
I was gonna say, can I comment on Nafisa's face? Because the moment you were like, yeah, and then Permission to Dance
We
came
felt
out,
it.
she bust out laughing. Because we felt that.
Okay, so I was getting ready for work when this dropped and I watched the music video. And I'm not gonna lie, I even texted Macy. I was like, I like this a lot better than First Reaction than Butter. Like, this is actually a very cute song. I really enjoy like the hopefulness that it gave like Dynamite. Like, I was smiling the whole time I was watching that music video, especially since, you know, it's about like getting hope of things going back to normal after the pandemic. I love the dance. I love how they incorporated, international, not just sign language, but international sign language, which I guess I didn't realize there's different types of sign language, which makes sense in other languages. But yeah, so like no matter what type of sign language you do, whether it's like American, Korean, whatever, you'll be able to understand it. So I thought that was really thoughtful of them as well. My only criticism with all three, especially Permission to Dance, and you hear it more in Permission to Dance, is just the auto-tune. I don't know why, but it's just really high pitch. And like, I listen to a lot of songs that use auto-tune as like an aesthetically like creative way to enhance the song. And sometimes they're distorted, but they're supposed to be like that and it fits. But like for Permission to Dance, for some reason, it doesn't fit. And like, I've told Macy this when I first heard Butter and Dynamite, it's not as bad as Permission to Dance, but I was like, and I hope I'm wrong, I'm like, are they upping the auto-tune to hide their accents when they speak and sing in English? Because I notice in Permission to Dance, I feel like you hear it more when certain members sing. I won't say which ones, but I definitely hear it more when certain members are singing. And I'm like, I don't want to believe that's true, because I'd rather listen to the song and it's not as auto-tuned. But you hear like their accents when they're pronouncing English words than what I hear now. And I think that's what stops me from really listening to this song. Like with Butter, if it comes on my playlist, I'll listen to it, but I don't think I go out of my way to really listen to it. And trust me, when concerts come back, if they sing this song, you know I'm gonna be first one dancing. I'm gonna be the little talk, and that's my favorite part. You need the talk, just walk the walk
Right?
tonight. Yeah, something like that. But obviously, that's really my only thing. It's just the auto-tune. And I know they've been getting people have been blaming Ed Sheeran. I'm like, why are you blaming Ed Sheeran? Because they're the ones that agreed to do this song. So if they didn't like it, they wouldn't have picked it up. And they haven't written any of these songs either. Like, there are other writers, not to like say it's the writer's faults that wrote these songs. They like the songs enough to want to sing them. So
Writing and production are different too, so
exactly.
I would assume that Ed Sheeran probably had a good deal to do with production, but not completely. I doubt that he dictated how everything sounded.
I think he mostly helped with the writing, and I think the writing itself, like the lyrics in Permission to Dance, are actually very are really good, and it's a step up from, like, no offense, the random, like, I feel like phrases thrown in Dynamite and a little bit in Butter. Like, it's actually cohesive, and I think it shows their growth in, like, speaking English, which I know they said personally they wanted to work on since they're very famous internationally. So I'm happy about that. It's just the auto-tune. If it wasn't for the auto-tune, I feel like I'd be listening to the song a lot more.
I will say, because they were on Jimmy Fallon for the last Tuesday, and yeah, those performances of those songs were really good. So if you aren't a fan of like the auto-tuney kind of sound, when they sing it live, it's completely different. So
it's just like the audio itself. But like when they came out with the dance practice, I did watch the dance practice because it's lower. And I was like, oh, this is fine.
It's good. I don't think you're the only one that said that. A lot of people have said that, because if you go on Twitter, and I try really hard not to click on comments of anybody's like main tweet, and for the most part, a lot of people have, and this is since DNA. I feel like a lot of people have had the sentiment with at least the auto-tune, is that they're using it a lot more. Because before DNA, and it's noticeable, you didn't hear it. Once they started DNA, and from like many of the songs after that, they've started to incorporate it a little bit more into their, not as heavily as recently, but into their songs. So I don't think you're alone on that, in that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, because like even Yoongi and like August D, he's used it like with the song August D, I feel like, but it works. I don't know. Maybe because it's a poppy...
It's intentional. It seems more intentional, yeah.
Maybe because it's a poppy song to where I'm thrown off. Like in rap and hip-hop songs, it works. Pop songs, not so much to me.
And it's a lot. They use it a lot.
There's a place and time for it.
Yeah, and they're all singing. There's no rap verse in Permission to Dance, which I also thought was like different but great, because I've always said like Namjoon, Yoongi, and J-Hope can all sing. So I've been praising their vocals for years. Well, not years. For like a year. Say this like I've been saying it forever.
You can say years now. How long have you been listening for?
2018?
That's multiple.
You can say years. That's 3.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. When I first heard Daydream by J-Hope, I was like, oh my god, like he could really sing. And like when Yoongi came out with D2, I'm like, oh my god. Same thing with Mono. So that's my only thing. If it wasn't so heavily auto-tuned, I think I'd like this song a lot better.
I think for me, I noticed the auto-tune more in Dynamite. I think maybe because my ear's used to it now. I didn't really notice it in Butter and Permission to Dance. But Dynamite, like I knew straight away, like auto-tune was like really present. And that's what I thought too, is basically to like hide their accents.
They have adorable accents when they speak English. Why are you hiding it? I want to hear it.
But I actually like Permission to Dance better than Dynamite. Just because lyric wise it's better. The video, I don't know, the video made me very happy. I was very happy with the video.
I was very happy. Questionable outfits with the cowboy shirt, because I texted Macy, I'm like, if this is a country song, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was a little scared. Oh god.
Right. Oh, I can't even imagine that.
But you can kind of see their growth though, from Dynamite to Butter to Permission to Dance. So there is a growth there, so that's good.
How did you feel about Butter though? Did you like Butter?
I like Butter, but I like the last half of it a lot better.
Yeah, see, I couldn't get into it till the rap part when I first heard it. Now I like it more, but like initially, like I wasn't into the song until ice on my wrist. I'm a nice guy.
Yoongi
The last
says it.
half was definitely
Got the right body and the right mind.
Right. I was real salty when Butter came out, and Simone knows this because I unleashed on her. But as I've listened to it, I really like it. It's probably my favorite out of the 3 currently, but I haven't listened to Permission to Dance enough yet. I've only listened to it like 3 times fully. But when Butter initially came out, I was upset because I'm like, this is just a cut and copy of Dynamite. And they literally put Yoongi on a freaking basketball court again and gave him like one line. Seriously. I was so mad. But now I've had time to listen to it, and it really grew on me, and I sing it in my car. So I'm not going to pretend like I don't like it. You know, I was just a little upset to begin with, because I'm like, it has no story. I liked, I was still caught up on BTS being very like, what's the word? Conceptual. Like, their music videos really have a story, and it's like a movie. Like, On was a freaking movie. So I was a little disappointed that I liked Dynamite. It was a fun song, but I was kind of like over it and ready for something new, or something like more towards that conceptual like field, because that's just what I know them as. That's why I got into them so much. So I was disappointed, and then when Permission to Dance came out, I'm like, okay, we're doing it again. Like, I just think that they're so talented and can do a lot more. And these are just really upbeat, fun summer songs, which have a place, and I love them, and I wouldn't want them not on the lists, but I'm a little bit ready for a music video that's more interesting.
I think that's what people are confusing when they say they miss the old BTS, because some people are talking about like the darker concepts. I'm like, are you guys talking about dark concepts or concepts in general that you miss, like the storytelling, now that you say that, Macy?
Yeah, I miss concepts in general, because like these 3 songs, it's like basically we're going to shoot one member and they have a background and they're going to dance and sing. That's what we do. That's the script. Where like the old music videos, they had so much like storytelling. It doesn't have to be dark. It's just storytelling.
Like a happy storytelling.
I think I have like an opposite view, kind of, on it, like all 3 songs. I know what they're trying to do in terms of marketing. They're trying to market to the West just a little bit more, which is a criticism that people have, which I'm like, be quiet, just leave them alone. Let them do what they want to do. I hate watching fans try to micromanage a group of grown men, but that's just me.
I just don't care at this point. Exactly.
What I liked about the 3 songs, starting with Dynamite, the reason why I liked it is, first, they kind of had an old school vibe to it, which I love old school vibes in songs, and especially K-pop songs.
Retro was really popular when that came out. Like everyone was kind of doing the retro vibes.
And I think that irritated a lot of people. Yeah. I think a lot of people were irritated because at the time there were so many, like you had disco vibes with, G-Friend and JYP, and then you had like Twice that kind of had, Mamamoo did a little bit of with Dinga Dinga. So a lot of people were like, go back to what, I guess modern K-pop they considered it to be. And so, but I personally, I liked it.
Right. I didn't understand why people were upset, because K-pop, they go through concepts all the time. They all do the same concept at the same time. So like that was just the like disco concept era, so I wasn't really sure why people were mad at that and not other eras.
Exactly, because they had a strong Latin music era for years and nobody said anything about that, but all of a sudden we kind of throw it back and everybody's got an opinion.
Or hip hop. I know it's what basically started it all, but there was a time where like early, I want to say between like 2013 and maybe 15, like it was just straight like basketball jerseys or like backwards hat, fake chains, like think we're hard but baby face.
Yes. Yep. And that's the reason why guy groups were so cringy to me, because it wasn't like it was gangster hip hop that they were trying to go for, and it was like, stop. Please stop.
It was watered down gangster hip hop they were trying to do.
And so it kind of made me cringe. But with these 3 songs, I personally, I liked them. I think each of them have their own kind of vibe about them that I like a lot. And I think I understand what people were what they were saying. I kind of not agree, but I kind of see what they were saying when they were like old BTS. They miss if they're talking about music video concepts. But the reason why I was like, let them have this, is because this was the first video in a while where it was just fun. Like, I know people might say Boy With Love was a fun concept, and I was like, I don't know. This is the first time in a while that they were just in the video having fun, like straight up having fun. They gave us a B-side that was for is it Dynamite?
Yes, the Army
fun.
Version for Dynamite.
The Army version, and it was just like they're just in the video having fun, and we haven't had that for BTS in a long time. Like, it's been a while since they were just in a video to have fun. So they've reached, and they've said it themselves, they've gotten more popular than they ever thought they had. And there was a level, and I could see it, where they were, they were trying to reach that level of success, and I feel like they've gotten it. And so now they're just kind of just doing what they've always wanted to do. They've gotten the notoriety that they wanted to have with their fans, and whatever else that they get right now is just an addition, And so they're just having fun, and that's kind of why I'm like, let them be free. Let them do what they want.
Be free.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, right. I do agree with you on that as well. One, because like part of the reason I got into them was because of their funny, goofy personalities. So it is nice to see it in an actual production and not just behind the scenes. So I agree with you on that. And then also, I really enjoyed this latest comeback because It is after like Yoongi's official return without pain. So I think it's a good time to do a really fun, bouncy song when he's actually feeling really good again. So that did make me happy.
I was actually gonna say Yoongi was the one who stood out to me the most in Permission to Dance because he was having so much fun with that choreography.
He was.
Yeah.
And that's what I've missed about them because, you know, we had Go-Go back with, is it Her? And it was just like, that was a fun song, even though there wasn't a video for it, but the Halloween and every time that they performed it live.
That was the last time they ever did a Halloween choreography dance practice.
Yes, it's like, oh my gosh, this is them having fun. And we haven't had that in a long time since they've really blown up. So I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they're doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the Permission to Dance was just at the end where like they did the extra part where it was their actual staff like doing the dance behind that. I almost wanted to cry. I'm like, this is really adorable. No, I was like, this is just so sweet. Like I love watching the staff just like have fun and just like doing the dance. It just made that part made me really happy out of the whole music video.
It was cute. I really enjoyed it. I'm happy for them. I to watch them have grown because I got into them. I want to say like I think a couple years before they really, you know, started to blow up. And so to watch them go from Dope, where if you look back at that video and they were like straight babies, it looked like, all the way to where they are now. It's and they've even in that time they've changed genres and done different things that people at the time were like, oh, this is, you know, different, and some people didn't like it, and now just to kind of see the cycle repeat itself, it's like, okay, here we go again. But, you know, I let them do what they want to do.
They're definitely trendsetters, I think, in the K-pop space. So I'm sure we'll get lots of videos from other K-pop artists that are similar to this. It's going to be another era, and people will be mad about it, but like, who cares? It's just music.
Exactly. Like, it's not, these songs aren't bad enough for me to like...
I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Exactly. Like I said, if these come on, I'm still going to dance and sing to them.
I mean, Butter came on at the rave and everybody was like raging. So it was like, ah! You know, it was fun. It was fun. And, you know, even some people who I knew didn't like the song were out there singing because it's a song. I think people need to calm down and remember that these are guys that have an opportunity that a lot of K-pop groups don't have, and that's to make their own stuff and to just kind of, you know, vibe and do whatever they want. So this is what they want to do. So let them do it. And just, you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Did BTS themselves have like a say in the type of songs that they're doing, the English ones?
I mean, if you look at the writing, well, I don't know if this one, the writing credits on this one, I don't think any of them were on there, were they?
Writing credits, no, but I thought I heard, like, obviously they had a choice of, like, if the song was sent in, if they wanted to sing it or not. So they have a decision of picking the song, at least. I'm sure dancing, just not, like, actual writing and probably production either, like they usually do. So I'm sure they do.
I think with their English songs, they haven't had any writing credits. I think they've done some producing.
Except for Butter for RM and the rap parts, but that's it.
I mean, but they still, even before these three songs, from DNA up, they've been doing writing credits and producing for all of it. So, and that's, what I keep seeing online is at DNA is where a lot of people are like, oh, they've changed.
See, I can't say much because that's where, I came in during Idol, so this is all I know. I can't be like, oh, I mean, even though I've listened to like all the old songs and watched all the old videos, I wasn't actually online when these were coming out, so I don't have the same reactions as other people do. So that's where sometimes, like when it's talking about old stuff, I tend to be quiet because I'm like, well, I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know. I wasn't there, you know.
Nah, speak your voice. Yeah, that's when I started to see people like, oh, I mean, I like this, but I wish fill in the blank. And then when I think, what was it, Idol? What was after that? What was after DNA? Was it? I don't remember my organization of music anymore. I forgot what their title track after DNA was, but...
Wasn't it Fake Love?
It was Fake Love. And people actually they liked that one.
It was Tear, because a lot of people were saying, quote unquote, Tear was their last good album, in quotation
Whatever.
marks.
They can get over it.
That's what I was saying a lot online.
They'll get over it. I don't know. It is what
I
it
know.
is. They're grown. Let them make their decisions. Like I said, if you don't like it, don't listen to it. And if you like it, listen to it. I hate watching or seeing people try to micromanage. It's kind of annoying.
Constructive criticism and just nitpicking is like different, you know, like you don't have to like a song, and you can say like, well, this is maybe the reasons why it's not my favorite song, but to like nitpick every single detail, that's why it's so scary to say anything about them, because people are overly sensitive, and I don't like saying that, because I think everyone has a right to be like sensitive about what they want to be sensitive about, but it's just so toxic is the word that I would use. So
if you cannot go out and say I don't like a song without fear of people like literally attacking you, then there's something wrong there.
Even old stuff, like I don't like every song of their old stuff. I said in the K-pop episode, I really like BTS because I like 80% of their stuff, which is a lot more, because usually I just listen to like an artist and like a few songs and that's it, but I've almost have all their, you know, discography, or I've listened to it and watched stuff behind the scenes. So you're not going to like everything that people put out, even if they're your favorite people in the world, you're not going to like.
We're still humans.
It's just it's human nature. They're also still humans. Again, that's why I don't like celebrity culture, because at the end of the day, they are still humans that, like we were talking about the J Park thing, make mistakes, whether they're like harmless mistakes or like very toxic mistakes. You're still human. We're all just trying to survive at the end of the day. That's really what it boils down to, people. We're all just trying to survive. That's basically the lesson. It's just like what you want. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. You know, we're all trying to survive. That's just my takeaways. We're all trying to survive.
Love what you love and leave people alone if they don't like their stuff. It's okay to have a difference in opinion.
Exactly. There's no point of harassing them. Yeah. We're going to end it there. Thanks, Briana, for coming to guest on this. Come back anytime.
Thanks for having me, guys. This was fun.
Yes. I don't have the opening up, so I'm just going to say thanks for listening to this episode. Expect a lot more from us, because we're officially back, changing it up a little bit, talking more about like movies and music in general. So look out for that. And just, you can listen to anywhere that you listen to podcasts, and follow us on social media at I Was Thinking Pod. I will put them in the little description, because I know I'm not saying everything, but that's pretty much it. I've been your host, Simone. Thanks for coming to I Was Thinking. Yeah, that was something new. I was already rambling. I had to. Okay, are we done? Let's just say bye.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.